Yo, what up? It's your boy Aries Spears right here of the Spears and Steinberg podcast, aka the Jew and the Jerk. Available through iTunes, Apple, Google Play, Spotify, Amazon, Spearsburg.com. Hit your boy on Instagram, DM me, and I'll send you the personal link. Now, at this time, I would like everybody that's listening and looking right now to help me welcome some of the biggest names in hip hop. I want y'all to give it up to my peoples, Lecrae, DJ Paul, Akon, and Flav and Safari in the building.
I can't hear. I ain't got no head.
Hey, help Flav out.
Fuck, man.
Hey.
Flav, I think you need to unmute your shit.
Hey yo, I think I got it.
There you go.
Man, I ain't gonna lie.
There we go.
This is the volume button.
People don't know how to work shit.
You're an old nigga. You like me. We dinosaurs.
Hey, don't tell nobody. Keep that a secret. Somebody might hear you.
Nah,
niggas, B.
Flav, an old young nigga.
Hey, what's up, Akon?
What up, daddy?
I see my guy. Word up, T. I love you, bro. Word up.
Same here, man.
My motherfucking man, G.
That's what's up.
So y'all ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
Do it.
All right. One of the first questions I want to ask all of y'all is, what has everybody been doing during the quarantine?
Who's going
I
first?
think we probably all doing the same thing. At the house, you know, I've been in the studio, so I've been working in the studio, spend some time with the kids, obviously as well too. But you know, when I am out the house, I'm in the car doing conference calls, doing video calls, doing phone calls. You know, so my time really I spend inside the car. But other than that, you know, I just been pretty much at the crib, just making up for lost time.
Paul B, how about you?
Yeah, I just been making beats, fucking in the studio, making beats like crazy. I'm up to 48 beats now, man. I'm going crazy up in here.
You better send some of those this way, boy.
Man, you know I said something.
I need that folder, daddy.
I got you. I just been man, but you know, to be honest with you, man, I've been doing some things that I've been meaning to do that I've been bushing around with. So like for instance, I paid like 10 months ago, I paid $7,000 for a new DJ setup, turntables, mixers, and it's set in the box for the longest. And when I saw D Nice go live DJing one day, I was like, oh my God. So I gotta do it. So I opened up the box, finally opened up that box, and I started 3 weeks ago doing a little live DJ set on Sundays. But it took this quarantine to make me do that.
Oh, that's good.
Safari, how about you?
I just had luckily, thank God, I had a brand new baby girl right before all of this happened.
Wow,
Congratulations, King.
Congrats.
Yo, congratulations, fam.
Thank you. Like right before the lockdown, my daughter was born. So then it's like I'm able to spend all the beginning time with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to work off the dad weight because I gained 12 pounds during the pregnancy. I was looking crazy. I lost.
How many kids you got? How many kids you got?
It's my first kid.
You catching up with Flav. You catching up with Flav. You got about 20.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. After this first one, it's a lot of work. Like,
yeah, it ain't no joke.
You gotta have more though, man. You gotta have more.
Ain't no joke. Hey, Flav, how many kids you got, Flav?
I got 8.
Oh, I got you beat. I got 9.
What you do?
Yeah,
hey, okay.
I got 7 boys and 2 girls, man.
Hey, don't sleep with me because I'm 61. I'm still catch you. I'm still going for more.
Hey, I'm younger though.
Hey, Akon, I hope you don't mind me. You know I'm a comedian, so sometimes I gotta come with the jokes. I know you African niggas don't believe in condoms.
I know. We just believe in legacy.
There you go. No condoms is a new legacy.
I need my kids to run it.
No condoms is a new legacy. I'm with it.
You do. Akon, you gonna be good because one of my boys, Zebo, they used to play for Memphis Grizzlies, Sacramento, all them teams. He just died. He said, Paul, how many kids you got? I got 2. He said, you gotta have one more. He said, when it comes time for them to pick, if you go to the old folks' home or not, it gotta be 3 to decide.
Right, on everything.
Lecrae, what have you been? Lecrae, what you been doing during the quarantine, bro?
Man, I've been playing 5-on-5 pickup games, going to pool parties, licking doorknobs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just out here living, man. You know, I ain't stopping.
Shaking hands.
Yeah, I mean, high
Basketball,
five, you know, taking flights. Nah, I just been chilling, man. Honestly, I've been chilling, working on some. You know, I started a film production company, so we just been really writing a lot of stuff and tightening up some screws on some of the film stuff outside of the music. Trying to give me one of them Oscars, one of them little trophies that Paul got over there. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. There you go.
What's up.
There you go.
This next question is really directed towards all of y'all. What are some of the biggest
Wait a minute.
influences?
Hold on. No, it ain't. You know why? Because you ain't even asked me yet.
Well,
come on, Aaron.
Listen,
come on, you supposed to be the host with the most, B.
No doubt. I know. No doubt.
How you gonna know your man Flav out?
Flav, we got a lot of juicy questions, and I know your answers is going to be a television series. You're going to come with a lot of episodes. So I wanted to save some of the juicier shit for you.
All right, but anyway, but still in all, you know I got to put my foot in there. You know what I'm saying?
Please do.
A brother like me, I ain't gonna lie. I've been chilling here at the crib, you know what I'm saying? In and out of the supermarkets and shit, getting that toilet paper, sanitizer, napkins, all of that shit. I've been practicing my social distancing. I've been wearing the mask and all that shit, G. You know what I'm saying?
Flay, what you gonna do about that $100,000? What you gonna do about that $100,000 worth of fireworks you pop every year in Vegas and the police come?
Hey, I still got a little bit of that left in the garage too, man. Yo, but I've also been in the studio, man, you know, just creating these records, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop this solo album. You know, also by surprise, I'm gonna fuck with Chuck, man. Me and Chuck, we gonna come with another Public Enemy album.
Oh, that's what's up, boy. I was gonna ask that before we got off too.
We need that.
You know what?
I need that.
So guess what? I need me some tracks. So Paul,
say no more.
Calling you.
Man, call me.
And you know what? Just for the record,
deal.
just for nostalgic sake, like we talked about it before we all kind of went live with this. You know, Flav, I grew up on you, dog. You did Mad TV, and I just want to tip my hat to you, brother, because truly, you, Chuck D, Public Enemy, y'all set the standard for what hip hop is today. And I feel like a lot of it, in terms of where it's going, don't pay enough homage to niggas like you who laid down the foundation. But we'll get to that in another question. So let me move on.
All right.
To all of y'all, who are some of the biggest influences in your sound and you feel your style right now?
I'll go. And man, I tell you, every interview you can read that I've ever did, I tell them when I put together, when I was first putting together 3 6 Mafia Sound, I put together 3 6 Mafia Sound, listening to Public Enemy, Ghetto Boys, Luke Skywalker and 2 Live Crew, and NWA, and basically that's it. But Public Enemy and NWA and Ghetto Boys was 2 of the biggest influences, for sure. So like, when you listen to my songs and I changed the beat up, that all came from Public Enemy and NWA all day, man. Beat switch ups in the middle of the song, all that, man. So Public Enemy for sure. I was just defending Public Enemy on an Instagram post the other day. Like 2 days ago, somebody said, yeah, we need to have a beat battle of Dr. Dre, and they named some other dude. And I was like, come on, man. Can't nobody compete against Dr. Dre unless it's going to be Hank Shock Lee and the whole Bomb Squad. That's the only people they. I'm trying to say no new dudes or nothing. Go against no Dr. Dre. Got to be the Bomb Squad. That's the only people.
Big shout out to my man. Big shout out to my man Willie D right now. Ghetto Boys, Houston. I did something with him recently. One of the Godfathers. Akon, same question to you, bro.
Oh man, it's funny because I think Public Enemy was in everybody's life. Me more from a conscious aspect, because I was a lot younger and I was learning a lot from them, especially coming from Africa and then coming into America and seeing how African people were being treated, Black people were being treated. So they was always there from a conscious standpoint for me to better understand the America that TV didn't show us in Africa. But ultimately, when I was in Africa, I listened to everything from Bob Marley to Black Eru, a lot of reggae, one-drop stuff. And then I came to the States and really got hooked on the hip-hop outside of, the Public Enemy. I was into the Rakim, Eric Eric B. and Rakim, Food Snickens. I mean, like, I was into the real creative aspect, right? You know what I'm saying? Lords of the Underground, like, that was literally my generation as we kind of came up. But then as I started to get more musical, then that's when I got, you know, involved with the Fugees, and we started the refugee camp. And then, you know, like, the whole refugee camp, we was all very musical foreigners. So
I didn't even know you was in that.
Yeah, that's how I started, you know. So I was raised by, you know, all the Puerto Ricans in New Jersey, so I was into bachata and merengue and like mumba, zumba, and all kind of craziness, man. So I was always influenced by international music. So I kind of knew that once I started doing music on my own, because I started as a writer, as a producer first, and then as I was demoing songs out to sell them to other artists, you know, I got discovered through that process with Devon Stevens and Steve Rifkin, and they was like, man, who's the guy singing those songs though? We need to give him a deal, and that's how I kind of pretty much came up. But I was influenced by a lot of music, man, coming up.
Wow, that's deep.
I want to throw one thing in there. A lot of people don't know that Akon produced one of the last 3 6 Mafia songs ever.
Oh, right. Oh, that shit was crazy too, wasn't it?
That shit was so fun. I still do it at shows. They love it.
No, that's what's up.
Safari, same question, brother.
I'm Jamaican, so you know, a lot of my influences dancehall. Like I love reggae music, Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, and then you know that's like what I was raised on. And then it's like living in America over time, I started to like love Lil Wayne, and he was like the only person who I was listening to outside of like the reggae and the dancehall that I was listening to.
Yeah, Wayne is super consistent too, man. That little nigga boy.
Still the goal. Still.
Lecrae, back at you, brother.
Yeah, I was raised on TV, man, MTV, BET, you know what I'm saying? So I was just fortunate to be able to, everything about hip hop, you know what I mean, just raised me. I sat in front of that television for hours, so everything from, man, I mean, I can go down the line from, you know, the legends and the icons sitting in front of me right now. You go from New York, you know, all of the MCs coming out of New York to the Death Row era in the West Coast to
right.
Cash Money in the South. It was like, man, all of that stuff just made me who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Where are you from, Lecrae?
Originally, Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Houston! Hey, yo!
I grew up with Paul Wall. I grew up with Slim Thug and all of them, you know what I'm saying? And so them was all my people. That's where I get the hustle mindset from, because we had to sell it out. When nobody was messing with my music, I had to sell it out the trunk. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Flavor, I'm asking you the same question, but I'm going to throw a little bit of a twist on it because, again, I'm 45 years old. So I came up in an era where I saw the birth of MTV. And prior to Yo MTV Raps, MTV wasn't really putting hardcore brothers on the air. They played rap safe. No disrespect to Will Smith. But if you wasn't Will Smith, or you wasn't, and Run DMC is harder, but until they did Walk This Way, they wasn't giving hardcore brothers chance to shine. And Public Enemy was hardcore. So in terms of that question, who is your greatest influence? It seemed like y'all influenced everybody. So who influences EPMD?
Well, see. Let me say this. You know, when we came up in the started making music. You know, back in the days, you got to remember. You know what I'm saying? Like groups like the Fatback Band. You know what I'm saying? You know our older generation. You know James Brown and shit. You know Four Tops and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that was making break beats and shit like that. But see, you got to remember that when we first came out, Public Enemy, we were the first group to put out records with samples and everything. You know what I'm saying? So we was sampling everybody. We was sampling James Brown. We was sampling BT Express. We was sampling Ohio Players and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the whole nine. And then also, you know, like my big rap influences, you know what I'm saying, was like Run DMC, Beastie Boys, you know, Fat Boys, and shit like that from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that is, you know, got incorporated into our shit. You know what I'm saying? And the whole nine. Now today, you know, my biggest influence in sound is all of these new cats that's coming with this new sound. You know what I'm saying? And in order to be relevant, you got to have that new sound. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. But on that question, and I'm gonna let you start off because you just said that. So as we segue into this next question, I'm gonna let you start, and I'm gonna let everybody else finish. So here's my question, because again, a lot of people look at me as an angry motherfucker, like I'm an old bitter nigga. I'm stuck in my ways, and I grew up with hip hop. So I'm gonna be honest. This next question is personal to me. Boom. Is mumble rap an actual issue in the game? And what does it truly represent? Is the quality of rap now better, or has it digressed?
Yo, let me say this. I'm a run at it just from being in the middle of generations. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like this. I feel like hip hop is kind of like rock music. Rock music used to be like this pure thing, and then it umbrellaed. And now was it punk and grunge and all these different types of things underneath that umbrella. So it's weird because when you say hip hop, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in 2020, when you say hip hop, people don't really know, like you got to define what you're talking about, because Post Malone and Kendrick Lamar ain't the same. They like two different genres to me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it from that perspective as far as I'm concerned, or Migos and J. Cole, like in a lot of ways, like they not the same. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like it's so many splits and divisions and genres underneath
Lecrae, let me ask you something. How old are you?
38.
Okay. So because hip hop, as far as I know, has always been predicated on lyrics. And it seems like we've strayed so far away from lyrical ability to where all if you got is a catchy hook and a beat, that's what sells records now. And I understand this is a business. But like Jay-Z said, New York, home of the spitters. When you look at Nas, Jada, Biggie, Rakim, KRS, Eminem, Andre 3000, have we gotten so far away from lyrical ability that, you know?
It's my fault, man. It's my fault. I'm sorry, man. It's my fault, man. It's my fault. It's my fault. Too many people trying to sound like 3 6 Mafia. We should. I agree. I agree with Lecrae on this. I think there's nothing wrong with mumble rap. I think it's something out there for everybody. If it's people out there for everybody. There's an audience out there for mumble rap. It's an audience out there for this kind of rap. There's an audience out there for that kind of rap. It's just different kinds of rap.
Paul.
It can't be about lyrics. It can't be about lyrics. Because if we gonna say that, you know, New York, the home of the lyrics, this and that, that's cool. We should have it like this way. This area will focus on lyrics. This area, like down south, we'll focus on hooks and beats, and over here they focus on that. But don't nobody want to do that. Everybody want to sound the same. So until everybody go back to sounding different, then we can have that discussion. But you know,
let me just say this.
So if I can chime in, hold on a little bit.
Aries, before you do,
Aries, let me chime in just 2 seconds.
Let me say this one thing, please.
Real quick, I promise I'm gonna let you end it off, Aries. Yeah, I promise I'm gonna let you end it off. Me personally, I don't think it's fair to stagnate hip hop to just lyrics, because I remember there was a time when at the same time Aries talking about that it was all about lyrics. You had a group like Nice and Smooth who really ain't said nothing either. You know what I'm saying? And they from that side. So what I'm saying is hip hop has become a chameleon. It's learned how to adapt to cultures. It's the reason why hip hop is country music, everybody's, because hip hop became for everybody. And I think the biggest mistake that the old school and the founders of hip hop made was they never allowed hip hop to grow if it would have been under their captivation and management. But the fact is, hip hop was bigger than that part. It was bigger than New York, than the culture itself. We have to allow it to grow and it become something that represents Black people in general. But it's just now that people, that's no matter what race you are, you find a Black side of you, and then that's how you actually define your culture through hip hop music. So I think when people, and it's always more it comes from New York more than anywhere else, because New York feel like they created hip hop and it should stay the way it was created. But I honestly disagree because I think that's the reason why the world has been connected through hip hop music, and hip hop deserves more value than just stagnated to one style.
Hey,
You know what I'm
Akon, I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Hip hop, like any art form, comedy, music, dance, acting, it's all subjective.
Right.
And what I love is no matter what your style, no matter what you like, everybody got something to bring to the table. One of my favorite lyrics is when Fat Joe said,
Right.
"What y'all so mad at the South for? Switch up your style, switch to Southpaw." All I'm saying is, with every genre should come a higher level of excellence. And I feel like now we are trading lyricism.
But now let me ask you this. Now let me ask you this. But let me ask you this, Aries. And it's funny because I tried it. It ain't easy doing mumble rap, bro. That shit is not
You mean
easy.
it's not easy sounding?
Man, listen.
It's not easy sounding. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy. Listen,
Akon.
Listen, I promise you, Aries, I'll tell you right now, go in the studio and try to make one of those mumble raps, and I guarantee you won't succeed. It's not that easy, bro. That shit is not easy.
Hold on.
It's a very difficult style to achieve when you're used to doing it a certain kind of way. I tried to go in and do some mumble rap to see if I could fit in. Bro, I sound horrible trying that shit.
Because it's not easy sounding retarded.
No, it's not, but that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it genius. The fact that it sounds so simple, but it's super hard to achieve. Dog, I promise you, I think y'all taking that shit for granted, bro.
So intelligent. So stupid is the new intelligence.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Hey, yo, check this out. Let me go ahead. Let me butt in for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because see, I mean, you know, like when we first started doing rap music and shit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was really all about messages that was in the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we always had a story to tell, or we always talked about what happened, about the problems in our neighborhoods, but in the same record, we always came up with the solution too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now today, younger cats, you know what I'm saying, is on a whole different plane with this rap shit. You know what I'm saying? It's called changing of the guards. You know what I'm saying? And we must respect change. Because time changes and people change with it. And
that's not always a good thing.
Change with the
but
time.
That's not always a good thing.
But Aries, it's not a bad thing either, because you got to think. Look at the generation and where y'all came up in the 80s and the early 90s, right? There wasn't much for us to do. Even sports was limited to how many people could make it into that field. You know how many jobs hip hop has created? How much crime is took off the street? How much it actually gave kids an activity or something to do? Because the boys and girls clubs and all that don't exist in the hood no more. This is actually saving lives.
But Akon, let me ask you this. If the quality of music is not getting better, no matter how many jobs it provides, if it's not moving us forward, does that do more harm?
But it is moving us forward, though. It's moving us forward, and I think quality is a matter of opinion. You may think it's horrible quality, but my kids think it's the best thing they've ever heard.
It's way forward. It's so forward that New York rappers sound like the same dudes who you talking about.
Because they trying to eat. Because they trying to eat. Because they trying to eat.
New York influenced by the South. At this point in time, the hip hop.
The South wouldn't be no hip hop if it wasn't for the South. It wouldn't. No hip hop.
South helped to expand hip hop for sure.
No, listen. When you think of some of the top Southern rappers, Jeezy, Ludacris, Andre 3000, I could go on and on and on. Hip hop needed that.
Yeah,
it needed that to evolve. But all those guys I named are top quality rappers.
Master P ain't no great rapper, but he still was influential in hip hop.
Master P wasn't no lyricist, and he made more money than all these rappers put together.
No, hold on. MC Hammer wasn't no rapper. He made more money than all y'all.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying
Look. Flavor Flav was a hype man that beat out all rappers.
Biggest icon in hip hop.
Yeah, he beat out all rappers.
Right.
So here's my question before I move on to the next question. And let's be honest. Can we have a moment of honesty? Based on everything y'all just said, deep down inside, y'all okay with all of that? Y'all are okay with all of that? Knowing that?
I actually am. I actually enjoy today's hip hop. I love it.
I love it. It's some good.
Roddy Ricch hard, bro. Like,
yeah, that's my little protege right there. He a beast.
There's some good hip hop out there right now, man. I'm talking about some.
A guy like me, man. I just adapt to the change, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I mean, back in the days when we was doing this shit, I mean, hip hop was like, throw your hands in the air and wave it like you just don't care. And shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, for the record, hold on.
Chant and shit. There's not really that much of that shit going on anymore. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop has changed, but we gotta respect the game. You know what I'm saying? We gotta respect the change.
Flavor, for the record, let me just say, because I know I get called a hater a lot because I'm a New York nigga, proud Timbs. I wear my Timbs when I go to the beach with Speedos, nigga. I'm simply saying all of hip hop's contributions, whether you from the South, the West, the West Coast, the Midwest, New York, all of it is great as long as it's quality. I'm just saying, it seems like with some of this mumble rap, to become a rap star, you don't have to have quality. You don't have to have real content. You don't have to be having a message.
Of opinion, though, Aries. I still think quality is a matter of opinion when it comes to hip hop.
It is a matter of opinion. That's kind of like saying that when MC Hammer came out and he was wearing baggy pants, that wasn't quality, that wasn't cool. You know, it was different and it was fucking cool and everybody started doing it. You got to do something different to lead for other people to try something different. We can't keep doing the same thing. New York didn't keep doing the same thing, but I'm gonna be honest.
You gotta grow.
I miss old school New York hip hop. And when the new Public Enemy album come out, I hope it sound like the old shit. I don't even want it to sound like that.
Believe me, it will.
I grew up on New York hip hop. I love old school New York hip hop. Nigga, I'm over here listening to Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd. You don't even know what that is.
Yeah, you went back.
You don't even know what that is.
Right.
Hey.
Stupid when I'm pumping them, I be on that old school shit.
Yo, my motherfucking style is gonna stay the same because I don't know how to mumble, man, too good. Not unless I got a bunch of shit in my mouth.
I'll tell you, that mumbling ain't no joke, boy. It's hard. It's hard.
I know it is.
Hey, Safari, you ever tried to mumble rap?
I tried it, but
we all tried it. We can't even front. We tried it. Nigga, I can't do it. I tried. I can't.
Hey, let me.
That's why I like
rap ain't nothing. Mumble rap ain't nothing but another style of rap. That's all, you know.
Let me switch directions for a second.
That's the shit that's hitting today. That's the shit that's working. That's the shit that's selling records right now and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And today defense, the reason why majority of them are mumbling because most of these cats be on drugs in the studio. They can barely talk. They can barely feel their feet, man.
And that's quality music.
But yeah, it is to the drug addicts. To the drug addicts, that's quality music.
And that's our level. That's the bar. Is that the bar? But is that the bar?
So I can't relate to it, but I like the way it sounds. I don't really gotta know because I'm a melody person, so I don't really gotta hear what you're saying.
I want some more of us.
I want to hear
what you're saying.
I want some more of us. Can we bring this back?
There it is.
All right, let me switch gears, fellas. Let me switch gears for a second.
Creatively, Polo boy.
Let me switch gears for a second. Creatively, who have you guys have yet to collab with? Who would you like to collab with? Safari.
I didn't collab with everybody already.
Yeah, Akon, you can't ask Akon that. Everybody.
Only person I would like to collab with is Elvis at this point.
Elvis was the hero the most.
But he never met. Straight up.
Good.
I know one person that I think Akon ain't collab with that I would have loved to see. And that would have been Prince.
Oh, you know what? We was almost there too before he passed, bro.
Man, Prince.
He my favorite. Almost there, man.
He my favorite.
I was able to catch Whitney and Michael Jackson, but Prince was next. We was literally in conversation before it all happened.
Lecrae, how about you?
Yo, before Prince passed away, man, you know what I'm saying? I got to see him over in Australia. You know what I'm saying? And my man called me up on the stage. He called me up on the stage and shit, right? He gave me the mic and walked away. And I was like, oh, shit. And they was playing this groove, play that funky music. And yo, I was stuck like a motherfucker. I started doing 911 as a joke to that shit. That shit
Hey,
came off.
that shit would probably
They
take
tried
a
to play that fucking music, white boy. They brought up the niggerest nigga they could have found.
Yeah.
Hey, Lecrae, answer that question for me, dog.
Honestly, man, I would have loved. I mean, like, since Akon threw out Elvis, I'm gonna throw out Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
you go.
I'd have loved, man. That'd have been crazy. You know what I'm saying? He just was he's iconic. And then probably Lauryn Hill living. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you something,
that's
man.
dope.
When it comes down to Tupac, I just want to say rest in peace to my brother. If it wasn't for Tupac, I would not be on this phone with y'all today. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the days when we was all out on tour, Public Enemy, motherfucking Queen Latifah and all of us, Digital Underground, and we was up in Kansas and shit, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker broke in the dressing room. Somebody broke in the dressing room and stole S1W's Uzis. They stole Chuck D's Raiders jacket. So we caught the motherfucker that did it, took him in the dressing room. Everybody started beating him up. Pop backed everybody away, took his belt off, and he started beating the motherfucker with his belt, right? So I stood up on top of this chair and I grabbed the fire extinguisher. I was waiting for my clearance. I was gonna hit this motherfucker in the head. And when Tupac see me with that fucking fire extinguisher, he pushed me up against the wall, knocked the fire extinguisher out of my hand and said, yo, man, you fucking crazy? You're gonna kill a fucking dude, man. Tupac stopped me from committing a murder by accident. That's why I'm on the phone today with y'all. Thanks to my boy Tupac. Yeah, G.
There it is. That's the beauty of it. Hey, man, listen, that's all the time we have right now. Let the record reflect. Cameo will be donating.
We taking this all the way back to Houston, baby. I got an office on Fondren. I lived in A-Leaf. Let's go, Houston.
Houston in the building.
You hear me?
Huh?
But I
want one of those beats. I need one of those beats, and I want an international hook from Akon.
Come on, bro. That's easy. That's easy.
Well, gentlemen, let me give this the proper send-off. Cameo will be donating proceeds to the charities helping those affected by COVID-19. So please donate or make your Cameo requests now in the description that will be listed below. Big shout out, big love, and big respect to all the gentlemen here today. Paul B, Safari, Lecrae Moore, Flavor Flav, Akon. It's your boy Aries Spears. Again, Cameo me for any requests, deaths, marriages, broke up, divorce, all that shit. I'm celebrating tragedies. The podcast, Spears and Steinberg. DM me, Instagram, I'll give you the link. There we go. Any parting words, gentlemen?
Hey, everybody.
You didn't ask me who I want to work with.
Paul B, who you want to work with, baby?
Oh, man, I want to work with Dr. Dre, man. I want to work with Dr. Dre. I grew up on Dr. Dre, but we'll get into that next time.
All right, Safari, any last words?
Yeah, I need something from Paul, Akon, and the hook. That's that.
Man, that's easy, man. I got you. That's easy. Safari, you out west too, right?
Yeah, I'm in Cali right now, but I'll be back in Atlanta next week.
Safari, you out west, right?
Atlanta, ATL.
Atlanta, okay, yeah, man. It's easy, man. Let's make it happen.
Lecrae, anything?
Craig, what we doing, Craig?
You said what happened?
Nigga, what we doing?
Oh, you let me know, man.
Come on, dog.
You let me know. It's
easy. Let's do it.
You let me know.
Hey, we still online or we off?
Akon, any last words? Flav, any last words? Hey, yo, check 1, 2. I just want to say it's real good, man, seeing everybody here, man, on this tube right now. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. And this is like a family reunion to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. Hey, yo, Akon. Hey, yo, get my number, man. Hit me up, man. Word up, man. I want to collab with you. I want to do something with you.
I got you. Let's go. I got records for you.
I know you ain't done.
Bro. Listen, hey, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many records you hear on the radio right now that I produce and wrote. I ain't stopped.
Yo, can I get a record?
I just took a break as an artist, but as a writer producer, I'm still heavy.
Can I get a record, Akon? Can I get a record?
I got you. All you had to do was say I was coming back. I got records right now that would, man, wait till you hear these records for EP. Man, just wait. You see.
Yo, I need to connect with you. Hey, yo, Paul, can I get a beat? Can I get some music?
You know I
This
got
Public Enemy album.
Come on, you know I got We've been
Hey, yo,
talking about
Paul,
this every time we get drunk in the casino. You say you go come to the studio, you never do it.
Listen, when we hang up this phone, I'm calling. When we hang up this phone, I'm calling you, dog.
I'm
Hey,
here,
Paul,
right
I'm
here.
calling you, man. Hey, yo, Aries, so good seeing you, my guy.
Always, baby.
Big
Love
fact.
Take
you,
care of
bro.
yourself, man. And much love and congratulations to all of you brothers on your success. I wish y'all nothing but the best, man.
Everybody stay
Thank you,
safe.
man.
Wash your hands, man. Wash your hands.
Do that. Appreciate
There you go.
All right.
And make sure you wear your mask.